Now, I'm sure you all know Wera, but did you know they're actually torque specialists? And when I say this, what I mean is there's such a massive range of torque tools that they have on offer. But for now, I'm going to have a look at some of their torque wrenches. Now, there's a huge selection of torque wrenches that they have. There's switch, there's push through, there's inserts, safe torque, torque lock, just to name a few. So let's take a look at some of these more specifically. So let's start by taking a look at what click torque actually is. And to be honest, it does what it says on the tin. So all you have to do is set the torque value on your wrench at the start, and then as soon as you have tightened to that torque, you'll get an audible and tactile click, and that will tell you that you've hit your torque value and not to tighten any further. So from there, let's move on to safe torque, because with the click torque, yes, you get the click to tell you to stop tightening, but you can still over tighten. With safe torque, this will completely alleviate that risk. So what happens with safe torque? When you hit your desired torque value, the system will break itself, so all you get is the clicks. You won't be able to tighten any further. Now, this is a really useful thing, especially for when you're working with low torque values. So if you're working in loud environments, it's very easy to miss the audible click. So what this means is that you just have no risk at all of over tightening. Now, what's great about both of these wrenches that I've shown you is they do have the torque lock as well. So basically what this means is that you can still use them as regular ratchets and not have to worry about the torque settings itself. So for example, if you're working in automotive, you're working on a car, then you can use it as a standard ratchet, but then when you get to the engine bolts or anything that needs the slightly finer touch of the torque settings, you can just switch that back on and use it as your torque wrench. Torque wrenches were designed as a measurement tool, but the amazing thing about this torque lock is that it means that now you don't have to just use it as a measurement tool. You can use it as a standard ratchet as well. Now, I mentioned there's also different mechanisms, so we've got the switches and we've got the push throughs as well. Now, these have their own benefits. So for example, the switch just makes it really quick and easy to change the direction that the ratchet is going. And with the push throughs, that's going to give you an extra bit of space if you're working in tight areas. But torque wrenches can be really expensive, and you don't want to have to keep buying a different wrench every time you need to use a different fitting. Now, the best way around this is by getting the Click Torque X, which gives you these inserts that you can put into your torque wrench. These inserts give you a variety of options for the different types of heads that you can put on the end of it. The thing is with using the inserts, when you change the heads, you're obviously slightly changing the length of the wrench, and that's going to impact the torque value as well. Now, this could result in you having to do some quite complicated maths to work out exactly how much torque you're going to need. But Wera have found a way around this, and that's by using a QR code both on the insert and on the attachments as well. And this is called Torque Advisor. So you scan your QR code, it will take you to a web page that does all the complicated workings out for you and tells you exactly the torque variation that you're going to need. So there's inserts for every situation you're going to find yourself in, basically, and there's always new ones coming out. So this is a really handy tool to have in your toolkit. But if you do want something more specific, there is still the full range. And if you don't want to be scanning a QR code every time you go to tighten something, then there are the specific tools for you. So that is a very brief explainer of what the torque wrenches are all about. But there's such a massive range from 1/4 inch to 1 inch drive sizes. And between 2 and 1,000 Newton meters of torque, there is something for every need, anywhere in that range. If you do have any more questions, then leave them in the comments or head over to our website or Wera's website, because all the information is going to be there. You can find the full range of Wera's torque wrenches right now at its.co.uk.